Would you believe me if I told you that I struggled with low self-esteem? Would you also believe if I told you that there was a time in my life where I felt I wasn't enough, I wasn't beautiful enough? Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mrs. Nene Christopher, and I'm so glad to have you back on today's episode of Conversations with Nene. I hope you've been enjoying our previous episodes and they've been mind transforming. That's the sole aim of this. So on today's episode of Conversations with Nene, we'll be dealing with low self-esteem. Yeah, my question: would you believe me if I told you that I struggled with low self-esteem? I'm sure some of you might be surprised, some of you may not be. But yeah, I did. Yes, I did. There was a time in my life where I felt I wasn't beautiful enough. I waited for people to actually tell me I look good before I felt good. I even think while in school, there was a time where I would need my friend to tell me, oh, these two clothes, they go together. Why not wear this? Because I wasn't confident enough. I wasn't sure if I would look good in anything that I wear. I mean, there's sometimes that you have clothing that may not fit your body type. But I'm talking about, clothing that... I'm talking about you having to pick out clothes and then you wear them, but you don't feel good. Just because you don't have that confidence. I used to feel like I'm not smart enough to be amongst, the top in class. Even though while in secondary school, I was like amongst the top too. But when I got to university, I sort of, lost all that confidence, So yeah, I had like serious struggle with it. I had friends that I wanted to become like. There were people, I had people I'm like, okay, I want to be like this, but I don't know how to. I started comparing my life to the life of people, all sort of things. I started allowing negative thoughts, just stay in my head, and it was ruling. I just felt like I was okay being at the back. I didn't want to make friends. In fact, I didn't feel like I was even good enough to make friends. It was that bad. So yeah, I did struggle with low self-esteem. So I know what it means. Okay, I know what it means to have that struggle and actually overcome it. And so I will be sharing quickly, my own way, what I did to overcome low self-esteem. Because yes, I'm saying that because I am an overcomer. I am more confident now. Like, I wouldn't be doing this if I had low self-esteem. I wouldn't start Bible quizzing if I had low self-esteem. So all of these problems, are the things that can stop people from actually moving forward and achieving your goals in life. But before I share like solutions, let me tell you like things that you would notice in your life and the life of someone else that you can pinpoint and say, okay, this is like low self-esteem characteristics. The first thing is you're always looking for people to please. You're always looking for a way to please people because you're always, wanting their accolades. You're always waiting for people to tell you, oh, you look good, or you can do this. You just want to make someone else look good, or make someone else feel good, or make someone else, look for favors in the eyes of people. Because if you're proud of who you are, if you have confidence enough, you wouldn't care so much about what the next person think. I'm not saying I'm not talking about pride or ego. You wouldn't just, even though you accept the advice of people, but at least you wouldn't care so much about, what this next person says, what they don't say. So you're always, looking forward to pleasing people. The second thing is you're always having this fear of failure. You're always afraid that whatever you're going to do, you're going to fail and people are going to laugh at you. You always feel like, if I do this thing, I don't think I'm going to make it. One thing I've noticed about people with low self-esteem is that they have lots of ideas. They are very good at giving out ideas. They are very good at advising people, but they don't ever take their advice. They don't even use their own ideas. Okay, because they are afraid of failing. They have so much fear inside of them just know that you have a bit of low self-esteem. The next thing is you are sensitive to criticism. If you're sensitive to criticism, no matter how little, no matter how small, people's words would matter to you just because you have low self-esteem. So if you're in that category, know that this is what you're suffering from. The second one is you begin to withdraw socially. You wouldn't want to have friends. You don't want to engage in conversations. You just want to be left alone because sometimes you feel like you don't have anything to offer. You feel like you don't have anything to tell the next person. You feel like you're not good enough. So you withdraw socially. Another one is negative self-talk. Now this one, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. So it's not like I said anything bad to myself. Okay. But yeah, if you talk to yourself negatively, I'm so sorry. That is low self-esteem and it is bad. Okay. So these are the characteristics of someone that has low self-esteem. Now to the solutions. How did I overcome self-esteem? So I'll give you the first tip. And the first thing that I know that I actually applied is that I began to find myself. I began finding out who I was and who I am supposed to become. I started loving myself more. So if you watch my videos, you hear me say this a lot. Look at yourself in the mirror and say beautiful things to yourself. It's because I've done it. I've done it over the years. I don't need someone to come and tell me, oh, Nene, you're looking beautiful. I know. Do you know why? I have a God that created me wonderfully and beautifully. So there's a belief in my mind right now. There's a belief in my soul, in my spirit that, hey, I am beautiful. So I began to love myself. I began to understand who I was, to find my person. Because I understood that I am unique. So I may not be like the next person. I may not be as bubbly as the next person. I may not be outspoken as the next person. But I am as important as that same person in this society. So we need to understand that you are important. You need to start speaking to yourself. You need to find yourself. You need to love yourself. Some people don't love themselves. I just look at people. I'm like, do you even love yourself enough? Do you fight for yourself enough? So one of the solutions, and is the greatest solution, is love yourself. Find you. Be okay with who God has created you to become. Be okay with who God says you should be. Be fine with it. Do you know why? Because you are unique. There can never be. See, we may look alike, but there can never be another Nene Christopher somewhere else. And that's facts. And it's the truth. There can never be. So love who you are. Love who God wants you to be. You might make mistakes. Yes, move forward. Don't wait for someone to tell you, this person you're becoming. No. Love who you are. Get to know who God wants you to be and fall in love with that person. Okay? The second thing, engage in positive self-talk. Engage in positive self-talk. When you wake up in the morning, encourage yourself. Hey, I am strong. There's affirmations that you can say to yourself daily. Okay? Through prayers, through just speaking, through declarations. But make sure that you are speaking to your spirit, you're speaking to your mind positively, not negatively, positively. So that when you step out of your house, you are ready. You've told your mind how to walk that day because you have spoken to it and it has accepted what you have said. Okay? So positive self-talk. Another one is focus on your strength. Now, this will help you when you want to compare yourself to others. We have different personalities. People are different. And so, if I can do this particular thing and you cannot do it, it's fine. Now, there's always room for you to learn. But if you cannot do it, it doesn't mean that you are less of a person. No. Don't look down on yourself. Because there is something that you can do that the next person cannot do. Okay? Find out your strength and your weaknesses and focus on your strength. Ride on your strength. Use your strength to your advantage. You are unique. focus on your strength. The next thing is get support from loved ones. Get support from loved ones. Make sure that you listen to the people that are encouraging you, not the ones that are discouraging you, not those ones that are using you. Because some people find out that you have low self-esteem and they use you. So it's important that you get support from your loved ones, the people that are there for you, that are ready to push you to go to the next level. Because I feel like everybody has that one person that is always going to be there for them. That one person is always going to push you and is rooting for you. So get support from loved ones and limit comparison to others. Limit comparison to others. You are not like your brother. Even your brother or your sister that you came out with from the same womb, you're not alike. I have a younger sister who is very good with tech. So I can't begin to compare myself to her. See, God has created her like that. She's very creative with this tech thing. She can give you mind-blowing ideas. See, I can't be angry or stupid enough to begin to say, oh, I want to be like you. Or no, there's something I'm good at that she's not good at. So you can't compare. You need to stop comparing yourself to others. You are you and they are them. Okay? So be okay with who God has said you should be, not who the world says you should be, not who all the society has created you to be, but who God says you should be. Now that can help you, overcome this thing called low self-esteem. Please, I also hope that you will listen to all the solutions I have said here today, because I know a lot of people are struggling in the world today with this low self-esteem thing. And you may think that you are not, but please listen to the few characteristics of the characteristics I mentioned earlier about someone that is, struggling with it. So I pray that this series will definitely help you to overcome low self-esteem for those that are suffering from it. All right, God bless you all and thank you for watching. Bye.